Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Season 2. So pretty much everything went haywire on the last install. I tried moving everything and it got all messed up. It was the backup that got all messed up. So yeah, pretty much we're just going to move into Season 2. I updated everything. I did move out a couple mods and I did put in a few others. So this one is going to be a more of a technie type of, technology kind of one. So yeah, let's get right into it. And last time I said I wasn't going to use a whole lot of the OPCraft. This is kind of the same, but at the same time, I'm going to use it eventually, a lot sooner than before. So yeah, let's see. What should we call this one? Not too good with names, no matter how long. I mean, it's been since WoW started. I still can't come up with names just right off the bat. Let's see here. You know what? Let's just keep going with what we had and just call it OPCraft. OPCraft Season 2. There we go. Ha! Surround survival. See here, structures on, default. I did have to reinstall everything, so, there is that. And while we let this load up for a second, I'm going to tell you all what's all in here, because some did have to get removed, and then some are still in here. So as you can probably tell right off the bat, we have Matos on here now. Or, not even sure if I'm saying it right, but it just gives ambience. We do have, even though I said I had better dungeons in the last one, there was a slight miscalculation. I didn't install it right. So there is that. Still have all the other stuff, Industrial 2, Red Power 2. I took out AtomMagik. That's the biggest thing of this. I took out AtomMagik because it is a big resource hog, and until they actually fix that, I won't be using it. But that also doesn't kind of go with the theme here. I want it to be kind of technically, but at the same time mystical, because I do have better dungeons in here. So there's going to be the necromancers and stuff in there that use magic. So there's that. I did also rethink how I'm going to do everything. Instead of having everything in one giant house and right next to each other, kind of like, here's where Industrial 2 is, here's where Buildcraft is. No, I want to kind of like, since I do have Steve carts in here and Railcraft, I want to use those. So I want to have those mining out mountains, going through it and setting up like not a long, but maybe like a minute or two track that I have to get on to go see my Industrial 2 plant, and kind of like say over here on the very far side, that's where all my quarries will be set up, and then over in like the fields or past this jungle is where my actual house will be, and then I'll have like a factory and all that kind of stuff with the teleport pipes. I also want to kind of build up to the pipes and everything, instead of going straight to teleport pipes, I want to go through normal pipes, and then from the pipes, start upgrading them to go faster and all that. I will be getting into the EE stuff relatively fast in here, so that's pretty much it. I mean, so I can pretty much keep going from here because there's only so much it'll load, since I have to turn down a couple of things to make it load right. But yeah, so pretty much it's not like I don't like AtomMagik, because I did have a separate world that I just played on just to have fun with, and believe me, AtomMagik is fun as hell. It's just, it is oh crap, I need to turn that off here. Okay, so yeah, see, new reinstall, everything is set to default, so now we can't get anything out of here except just the recipes. I'm going to make my chest real quick and get out my weapon. I am going to start this off with making a nice house right off the bat, and I'll include like building houses and all that kind of stuff on like side videos. They won't be actual part of the video, so you'll be able to tell which ones I'm actually building on. I'll skip mining altogether, just so you guys know ahead of time. And yeah, like I still have AtomMagik in here. I did set it back up to take the leaves off, because I tried it again without taking the leaves off, and that was just a pain in the ass. So let's see here, let's get a sword out so we can kill some of these guys. Oops, we need sticks first. Okay, I need to stop doing that. how long I've been playing, and I still do that. Oh, before we do anything, we do need to make sure we have a tree tap, just in case we come across a actual, you know, trees. I even forgot what they're called, a rubber tree. That's it. So I'm going to try to get some of these. I don't want to build in the jungle, like I've said so many times, and then I end up building in one. So, I mean, I won't build in a swamp in the story, but, I mean, the jungles are starting to get a little overwhelming here. But I will build in them, like treehouse, like I've said before, I love tree houses, so I will build in them. But I don't want my main house to be in it. I want my main house to be on like a mountain or a plain. So, yeah, those will be pretty fun. And just to let you guys know, some of these will be a little pre-recorded, just so that way I can get them to you guys a little sooner. And then after a while, so maybe 10 or so episodes in, I'll be able to actually take more suggestions. But yeah, it's pretty much open to how it was before. Just let me know what you think I should make something out of, and then we'll go from there. Okay, let's grab all this wood here real quick. Jeez, come on, thank you. Yeah, I think that should be a pretty good amount for now. Let's actually go and explore for a little bit. So for some reason the volcano is spawning. We'll set stuff ablaze and then actually go off from there. So yeah, we have these. For some reason these out in certain biomes they look no, swamp biomes, these will look pink. Like the texture messes up on them for some reason. I do still have whatchamacallit in here, it's crafting table 3. Sorry, I installed all this stuff and I haven't played in like 2 days, so I completely forgot everything I have in here. Well, not exactly, I just, yeah, spaced it. There we go. So yeah, we have that in here because it is kind of annoying to remember everything, but I do want to kind of like keep it to showing you guys the recipes. But if it's something we've made a couple times over and over, I'll just use the other table. So I have both set up just for laziness purposes of me. But I mean, it's pretty much straightforward. Okay, I just turned myself around here. I was trying to go get that sugar cane, and then I completely lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so once we grab this, yes, you have seen me getting a lot of trees, just because if you saw my last season, I do use a lot of wood. I like to get charcoal because I'll set up, oh crap. Okay, let's make sure, yeah, we're on hard. I hate spawning next to these, so that is one of the better dungeons right there. So we won't be visiting these now. It's more of a later upgrade. So say like when I hit either black or red matter is when I'll probably hit them, or maybe diamond once I get a pretty good amount of them. It won't be like extremely long because some of the waiting and stuff will be done off camera. And then yeah. Okay, nice. So here we go. We got a plains out here next to those dungeons. I am taking it kind of slow for some reason. Once I put on better dungeons, it takes a minute to load. But once we get these done, we'll be able to actually go from there. So I would like some of your guys' input on how this should look. Like, should I actually be using like build, and crap, I already had one of those. Shit. Okay, so like I was saying, the FOV, the field of vision, I believe it is, or whatever the hell, it's right here. Because I've seen a lot of people go like way extreme, and you know that. Okay then, well it seems that that kind of messed up Fraps there. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Okay, so, like I was saying, I won't go any higher than 80% because it messes with my eyes, especially like when it gets like Quake Pro and stuff like that. Which makes no sense because I can play Quake pretty easy and it doesn't look anything like that. So I just think it's like Minecraft's expectation of what it looked like, you know. So I'm just going to grab these here real quick, and then we're going to set off and look off a little more around here and see what it looks like. Because if not, I don't want to build right next to this dungeon, but if I can't find anything good, I'll probably build right on the outskirts of the jungle, or right next to the actual, on the outside of this. So, you know, we'll see. So I think that is more than enough. And I'm going to shoot for maybe like half-an-hour videos here. I do want them to come out relatively fast and possibly multiple times a day, so that way you actually have something to watch, you know, instead of it just being a little bit here and there. I do want to get armor, so I'm gonna try killing these guys. Get some on the way, and overstock on food. That fod. Oh crap. See, all that messing around, I didn't pause it, so now it's almost night. So I'm gonna run over here, because I do see sap trees over here. I do want to get these. We're gonna have to sleep tonight. I didn't even get any wool from those damn cows, or sheep that I saw. Oh wait, there's one right here. Okay, so there's one. Shit. Somebody should have better designed this. Okay, there's two right there. Cool. So I still do have a... what's it called in here? Insomnia. So I will be skipping those unless I have something to talk about. Kill these guys here real quick. Just so I can sleep. Because it will be a pain in the ass to try to go overnight without any real... Oh, whoa. That's nice. Okay, cool. So, yeah. Let's see if we can make a little bridge in here. Set this up real quick. Just as a temporary sleeping hole. Just until morning. Okay, where is it? Just dirt. Dirt. Wow, I'm going through my hunger bar here extremely fast. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to really use them, but need to just for light. Go a lot smoother than the last season just because I'm not using charcoal left and right. But, yeah. Okay, so there's those. Put these right on top. Bam, there's our bed. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay then, well, seems that I ignored my hunger bar. That's the only thing I hate about, well, besides how long it takes, is that it will fly through your hunger bar extremely fast. So I'm going to try to get enough here to make a actual furnace real quick. So we can cook some of these up. Damn it, there it is. So yes, there we go. There's our furnace. Put these down, put a few in here, and cook up all these. I won't die from this. It'll take me down to about half health. And then just sit there. Oh, I guess not. Okay, well, don't matter. I got some right here. So some of you probably thinking, why don't you just eat it real quick so you didn't lose all your health? But it's because I'm going to fill up my health here anyways. Because, you know, I want to make sure I'm full. And then sleeping will just fill up my health anyways. So we'll do these and then go back to sleep. But I just wanted you guys to see that's why my hunger bar is switching left and right. Oh wow, okay. Well, it was almost morning anyway, so yeah. These are almost done. We're going to pick up our bed here. See if we have, yeah, we have everything that we need here. Put all these up. Ah, that's what we need to do. We need to make a sword, but since we have some stone, we are going to make a stone one, obviously. Why else would I say it? Okay, so pop, pop. There we go. Now we can do a little bit more damage. We still have inventory tweaks on here. That should be enough for now. Grab all this and this. Open this up here real quick. Grab our torch. Okay, now it seems like for some reason every time since I put this on, mobs really don't spawn unless I'm like extremely close to there or very far away from any dungeon, because it seems like they take up all of the spawn rate from any and everything around it. Okay, why am I doing this? This isn't even... Yeah, it is one. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sweet. There we go. 3 rubber. 4 rubber. Like before, we're going to cut these down. Great. Now it's raining. Okay, so I want to try to get some saplings from these, just because they will... I do want to set up my own farm, obviously. Okay, come on. Give me... There we go. There's 2. Very nice. Okay, cool. So, yeah, now it's just going around and finding the actual rubber itself in these. Just tear them down. Get as much rubber as I can. There we go. I think if I find any rubber without tearing down the branches, I won't do it, just because it's a waste. I mean, it's taken forever just to take those down. So we're at 9. I usually try to shoot for like 20-ish, and then depends on like how far I go and if I find any skeletons or not. If I want to, depends on like, you know, what I make. So if I end up finding a whole lot of sap real quick, then I won't make a extractor first. But if I do, I'll make an extractor first, because I'll get 3 out of that. So there we go, we're at 13, 14, and let's see what we get in here. Just because it looks like there's not that many around. Is there any left down here? Nope. So, let's see, there is this one up here. Okay, not seeing any. So let's look up in here real quick. And if I can go over 20 relatively easy, I'll do that, just because. La 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 la. Nope, nothing. Okay, well, there's more over here. And like I said, I will not build in a swamp biome. They look horrid. Look at our map here. Wow, that is a big biome. And it looks like there's a dungeon out here too. Okay, so there's those. Grab these mushrooms. I do want to get to the nether relatively fast so I can get my philosopher's stone. So it'll make building a lot easier. Not for the duplication of items, but for changing the actual like stone and dirt and all that good stuff to useful, or you know, just making it look nice and pretty. Anything good? Nope, I'm not seeing any more. Getting more sap down. Okay, I think that's good enough. Even though it's raining, we'll still go out here and explore a little bit. Okay, so let's head this way. Since we know this is all swamp, that's biome and dungeons. I don't know if that's like all supposed to be there all at one time, but that's like a lot of dungeons, I think, in one spot right next to each other. Okay, so we're going to kill some more of these cows so I can get some armor made up. Let's see here. Haha. In doing this, I won't have to worry about food for possibly a long time. We do want to go kind of green with this, so I don't want to take forever like last time and use my generator. I want to try to set it up with like solar or wind, probably. I mean, I really haven't used a whole lot of them. So we're at 10. Cool. That should be fine. Let's get out of here. Do have enough food to survive a little bit. And for the sorting system, like I was saying, I want to kind of upgrade everything. I will go straight into using logistics pipes for sorting, just because those make it so much easier. And there really isn't kind of upgrading sorting systems going from the main ones using thousands of piping just to reroute some dirt and all that kind of stuff to one area. Oh crap, I'm full of junk here. Let's see, what do we don't need? What do we don't need? Let's put these flowers up for now, and then we'll just get those later, since all I have to do is smack it with some one things. I will be setting up a, like I said, doing a farm later on. Okay, let's take this down for a second. Just walk so this can load. But I will be setting up a farm that actually does, you know, farms it all. They fall. A grinder, pretty much. So, get these because I do want to make some of the bigger bags to help with mining. So I don't have to do that many trips. I will have to anyways, just because I will blow through all of the stuff that I find. And the diamond farms I'm talking about at first will be using what do you call it, the condenser, but I'll be using like cobblestone and dirt and sand, and I mean those are 1 point each, so we're talking about like I mean this is gonna be 8,192 or some shit like that to actually get all the diamonds I actually need. And look, here's another ravine. Holy shit. Very nice. Okay, well it looks like this is all spreading out to be plains too, next to a snow biome. And as I've said before in the other ones, I like snow biomes just for the actual slidiness of the one things. And I love the snow. Snow looks awesome. I don't know why. So you know what? I think I actually will. I'll just set up in the snow biome. And look, so we have a volcano over here and a volcano down there. We got our swamp that's a little over that way. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, say I want something in the swamp, I'll have a whole entire network set up straight to the swamp. Nice, we got some hills here in this snow biome. Oh, whoa. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. I kind of hate how the volcanoes pop in. I mean, they should have something to where they remove all the trees around them and actually pick up all the saplings that they drop, because that's kind of annoying. And I know this probably isn't the best thing to look at, as it does kind of distort the senses with see if we can make it. Yes, we made it. Okay, cool. It kind of messes with your eyes. I don't know about you guys, but it kind of messes with mine a little bit. Nice. Okay, so we got these guys up here. I do want to make protectors, so you know, like iron golems. There's new ones that are in there, since the only time I got to mess with them was in creative when I saw about them, and that's if I can pick them up. So let's get rid of this extra pickaxe, since we won't be using it, since, you know, as soon as I get 3 stone. Oh shit. Oh wow, this is like a little cozy nick here. But that's not what I want right now. I want to actually start building my house. That's why I grabbed, that's one of the reasons why I grabbed all that wood. A lot of it is going to be going into actual, you know, stuff. Wow, I even forgot what it's called now. This is sad. Cobble, or charcoal. But I will be using it for building. And why is this so laggy? Okay, so I got these, so we're gonna try to get out of here. Highly doubt I can with just this few, but oh, nice, we got out. Okay, cool. So you have a few more of these. Set up a farm for these, and then go from there. Crap. Okay, well, it's not like I really needed any more wood for now. This looks pretty good up here. How close are we to that? Okay, well, yeah, like I said, I want to build on a mountain just so I can, like, you know, kind of oversee everything, all production going on. We got our volcano over there. I want to see if there's like a hill anywhere. Yeah, let's try over there. Let's go straight ahead, see what it looks like. If it's any good, we'll just build up here. If not, we'll go back there. I did turn on, with the Rins mini-map, I did turn on death points because that is really annoying. Trying to find out where I died and not being able to. So see, as you can tell, it's kind of taking a minute to load here. Okay then, well, yeah, I think this one's actually pretty good because we're by some water here. And, yeah, so this looks about right. I mean, I'm just going to dig down for a second, make a little house. Just somewhere to camp out the night, get this going, and then in the morning, I'll show you guys. I'll just kind of like go over my plan a little bit, and then I'll still record building of the house, but at the same time, it's not going to be in this episode. It's going to be in a separate video with, you know, the whole house and everything in it. So, with that being said, I will see you guys in the morning if I can ever put this down. Okay, well, that was kind of retarded. I don't know what else to call it. That was extremely lame. Normally with fraps on that takes about maybe, say, not even a minute at most, but for some reason that wanted to take a full 3 minutes. I don't know if it was because it was raining or what, but that was taking forever. And it looks like we have another dungeon right over there. Oh nice, we're right next to a desert right over there. Cool. And it looks like another dungeon. So that's probably what my problem is all these dungeons are taking forever. But even if when I was testing it out, it didn't take that long. Okay, real quick. We need to make some room, so we need some chests here. And I need a full large chest. I'm one short. Damn it, Janet. Okay. Get these. So yeah, you know, you guys basically know the basic recipes, you know, like chests and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm going to throw all this extra stuff in here. All this kind of stuff we do not need for now. Torches we might need. Okay, so. And where is it? Oh yeah, okay. So, to battle this color differential that I get with all these different woods, we are going to upgrade our actual crafting table here to the crafting table 3, and then for some reason with this it'll let me get the different colored woods. See right here, all 4 different colors, even though I have all the same woods. See, 17.3, but I can get all the different color woods I need. So that's actually going to go with it. It is going to be relatively big because I like, you know, I just want a big house, just so I know what's all going in it. And then I could put all the stuff I want in there, like the build craft and all that in here right now, and then later on move them out to where I was talking about the tree with the tracks and everything. So I will see you guys here in a minute once I get this all dug out and built up.